And the Carolina Panthers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
Taking in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Start on the ground with Hubbard.
He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, this defense for the Cardinals, they were terrific last week in the win over the Rams.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9.
On 3rd down, Corral. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Harris now to return. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Shotgun now for Murray. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal first.
A draft day trade sent Hollywood Brown much closer to Hollywood when Baltimore shipped him to Arizona for a 1st-round pick. He's joining the Cardinals at a great time, too, coming off of a breakout season that saw him cross 1,000 yards for the first time on a career-best 91 receptions. He's going to make an already exciting offense that much more dynamic.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. This will be caught once again by Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Murray off play action. And this is caught. It's Brown. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the play.
4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job. I continue to go in that direction because right now they got the defense back on their heels.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Play fake. Murray. Locates Ertz going across the middle.
And he'll be out of bounds.
So roughing the passer call is accepted, and this officiating crew not making very many friends here with this crowd.
Yeah, we all know that everyone accused the officials of kind of playing to the home team, but not in this case. They're just trying to administer the game the way it's supposed to be. That drew the flag.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Up the middle they go. Corbin. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3 and out.
Have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here.
On 2nd and 11 now. Corral. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
On 3rd down, here's Corral.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
It's Zaven Collins who got in there to get the sack.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Harris returning. 13 yards the tally on the return there.
And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
46 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
And this defense, Charles, bottom half of the league against the run. That's not going to help their average.
Not at all. When you're getting ready to play against them, in your scouting report, you're actually counting on a certain number of big-time runs against them. They've given them up all year.
They fake the handoff. Now Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That ends up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And they'll bring up 3rd.
Some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds. Incomplete. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. He had the distance, but it's no good. Line to the right, and this will remain a one-touchdown game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out of the try one for 56 yards, you know everything's going to come off perfectly for it to have the chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Corral looking to pass, 2nd down.
Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much, and it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Murray's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. And this one is incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
Brian Burns flying in there and dropping him for the sack.
It's the 2nd straight season of 9 sacks for Brian Burns, who continues to ascend as one of the league's best young pass rushers.
Well, that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll drop to throw. Got a man. It's Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing here, Corral. And he whips that one incomplete there.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Corral now to throw. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Budda Baker with a pick.
And the Cards are going to take possession of the football.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight, planted their feet, and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this point and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. To throw, it's Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will extend their lead even further.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. It hasn't gone particularly well for them, that's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old. And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
Corral sets up play action.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Zaven Collins. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back.
Under pressure, they got him again.
Zaven Collins
drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up 4th down. So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. That'll go for only 17 yards on the punt. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Murray going to throw. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
They were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Murray. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
And there's the beauty of Kyler Murray because we all know he can get it done through the air. Terrific right arm, and nowadays we don't even talk about his height anymore. He's shown that he can see downfield and make throws, but he also possesses wide receiver speed. He can call his own number or scramble and turn it into a big play as well. Kyler Murray, a dual threat at the quarterback position.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. To throw on 2nd and 10, Murray. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Rondale Moore.
His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Prater for the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Matt Prater to kick off for Arizona.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. couldn't keep his feet in. Second down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Again, it's Corral.
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
3rd and long, Corral.
He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to take over here up near the 40.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
But now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. To throw is Murray. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in their second half blowout material.
Out of the gun, here's Murray.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
They'll send Brown in motion right. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Murray, he's going deep for Brown. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again, Murray. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
4th down, Murray off, and the Cards field goal unit and Matt Prater out there now.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
On first down, they'll start out with Hubbard.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Corral.
Taking a shot here for Marshall. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Marco Wilson. And the Cards will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd down and 5.
Here's Murray from midfield. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
An 8-yard pickup. First down, Arizona.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Towards the end zone for Brown. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
Murray to air it out again.
He's going deep for Brown. And oh no, it's incomplete. Well, it's a touchdown if he holds on, but somehow took his eyes off of it, falls to the ground, and brings up 4th down.
Prater's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Well, yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Corral.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Here's Corral.
They have pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Zaven Collins
able to record his 5th sack of the season. Here's Johnny Hekker now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away.
And this returnable for Harris.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted.
And the Panthers will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Panthers as Corral gets him set
at their own 43.
They'll begin this series with a give to Hubbard. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, 3rd quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprint.
On 1st down, it's Corral.
And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Corral,
he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Marco Wilson. And the Cardinals are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Play fake. Murray. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 33 yards that time. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
On 2nd and 10, Murray. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. They'll get 34 yards there.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
Now a throw in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess? He didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do. But you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Murray now. And that is caught by Brown for a Cardinal touchdown. Marquise Brown from 3rd.
And the Cardinals are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
Now Prater to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Cardinals 33, Panthers nothing.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick.
Take it in at the 3. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
On 2nd and 10, here's Corral.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down.
Zaven Collins.
My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance.
Now after the sack, you got Corral and the Panthers here staring at a tough play, 3rd and long.
They'll drop to throw.
Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and that will come the offense as they take over.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big lead in the 4th quarter. You know, in the past, we might be discussing dinner plans, talking about steak and sushi, whatever the case is, CD. This ball game is pretty much well in the books.
Yeah, we really could have started bringing up dinner a long time ago if we wanted to, partner. And I think a few of the guys out in the field already making plans for the evening.
First down, Murray. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off.
He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Corral from his own end zone here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, that's a perfect example of how he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's game. He is just all around the football right now, isn't he?
That he is, and it's funny because I talked with the coaching staff about drills that they do in practice.
And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the fourth quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Back to throw it, Murray. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
From the gun on third down, Murray. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Cohen.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Corral with it on first down.
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And some room to maneuver.
DJ Moore.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game, but they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
He's got him in, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Murray. toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
A 28-yard gain. First down, Cardinals.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles.